topic number 1, grooming. And this is Swaminathan Dhanraj with you from Eduing Education. Yeah. Is my slides changing, dears?
No, sir.
Oops. Give me a moment. Every time this happens. Okay. So, yeah. Now it's changing, right? It's changed, right?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So, do you know who is Aristotle? Anybody? Comment box is open for you. Aristotle. Who is Aristotle? Aristotle.
Father of modern science. I think.
Father of modern science. Okay, good. Fine. Okay, Varsha. I admit that point. Where was he located, or where? Which citizen, or where was he? Actually, which country, or which area, which region? Any idea?
No, sir.
Greece. Aristotle was a Greek thinker, philosopher. He was not only a thinker, he was a philosopher, he was a statesman. Okay, a lot of things are there. This is something related to history. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is your the part of grooming or the personal beauty, that these particular concepts have roots well in the olden age. Well in the ancient age itself, we had a concept of beauty. We have a concept of grooming also. So starting with the history, Aristotle said, your personal beauty is a greater recommendation than any letter of reference. I repeat, your personal beauty is a greater recommendation than any letter of reference. That quote says it all. This particular quote says it, the importance of grooming as well as the importance of personal branding. Rather than personal branding, I'll reiterate on grooming. So your personal beauty is a greater recommendation than any letter of reference. We will be having a lot of references. I'll refer you, the other person refer me. All these things happen. But nothing as a reference is needed. We need something called, if we look good, if we appear good, if we feel good, that is the best letter of reference that anybody can get. If we look good, if we feel good, that is the best letter of reference that anybody can get from anywhere. That is the meaning of this particular quote. Your personal beauty is a greater recommendation than any letter of reference from anybody or any source or anything. This was said by not Swaminathan. It is said by Aristotle, who was a very, very, very old Greek thinker, philosopher, and a statesman. By the way, I like to share one more small information. Let me check who knows this. Who's known as the father of history? Father of history? Anybody? Father of history? Comment box is open for you. Nobody. It's his name is Herodotus. Herodotus. Somebody said about history as well. His name is Herodotus. Likewise, Aristotle is also a father of something. Okay, so all these people are contemporaries, which means what I mean to say is the topic which we are going to deal has reference, has importance from ancient days itself. It's like BC 200, 300, BC, before Christ, 200, 300. It's not a new topic. It's a very, very, very old, relevant topic. Okay, so we'll be moving to the next slide. I think it's not changing, so I'll be changing like this. Fine. These yellow color letters are the three main pillars or three main components of personal branding. We had something called personal branding, right? The first slide. We will be dealing with personal branding. Out of that, topic number 1, grooming. Yes, we are reiterating on that itself. This particular personal branding topic has three main pillars. Number 1, the letters which is the letters which is having the color yellow. Number 1, appearance. Number 2, behavior. And number 3, communication. I repeat, appearance, A small spelling mistake. Let me clear that. Yeah. Number one, appearance. Number two, behavior. And number three, communication. These three are the main three pillars of personal branding. How we should brand ourselves. How we are branding ourselves. These three are the main important thing. And what is appearance? Appearance is the look, the way we look. It is the way we look. Simply the way how we present ourselves. How we present ourselves by looks only. Looks only. The way we look is the appearance. Second point, behavior. The way we feel, how we behaves, the way the other person feel us. The way the other person feel us is the behavior. And the third one is the communication. Third one is the communication. Communication can be divided into two. Verbal communication, the words we speak. What I am speaking now, what Swaminath is speaking now is my oral words. Give me a moment. Yeah, what I'm speaking now is my oral words, but at the same time, I've not spoken anything. Waving. I'm saying that I'm confident. All the best. Without saying this, without saying a word, which means yes, all the best. These are my what? These are my non-verbal communication. Or without words, we can communicate. So communication can be two ways, that is verbal and non-verbal. We will take a session different, sorry, we'll take a separate session in the coming days. So on top of personal branding, we will be dealing with three main important pillars. That is the appearance, the look, the way we look, the behavior, the way we feel, in the sense the way others feel is a behavior, and the communication, the way how we speak or how we communicate. Rather than speak, I use the word communicate, how we communicate. So these three are the main pillars of personal branding, how we can brand ourselves. Okay, out of that, we together will deal or discuss the first topic, that is the appearance or the looks. I repeat, this will be a discussion session. So I don't want to teach each and everything, because you guys know better than me. Simple words, you guys know better than me, so you should teach me. I'll call it as collective learning. So I'll be giving some inputs, I'll giving some points, and you should reiterate to me so that we can have a collective learning process and we can have a very good discussion. That is the way we should do. Okay, so we'll be we'll be moving to the next slide. Yes, it is a definition of grooming. So what is grooming? My goodness, what is grooming? What do you mean by grooming? Anybody? Yeah, simple. It is a process of making yourself look the part to leave a positive impression of yourself in the minds of others. The yellow lettered words as well as the bold lettered, keep in mind. Positive impression in the minds of others. Positive minds. So grooming is the process of making yourself look the part to leave a positive impression of yourself in the minds of others. Simple. We need to create a positive impression on the people who we communicate or who we see. For example, just look at me. Simple. I'll explain in a very simple manner. Look at me. I'm wearing a blazer. I'm using a microphone, and I am inside my office. I'm wearing a blazer. I'm using a microphone, and I'm inside an office. Just imagine I'm using just a mobile phone. Just a mobile phone without a mic, not in my office, not wearing a blazer. I'm just in my casuals. Just in my casuals, and I'm talking about something which is called grooming. Will that sound good? No. Right? Dress appearance matters a lot, because people who have pen and paper, or people who can register, they can register it now itself. The point is, when we talk to a person, and when we are in front of a person, nearly 70% is our dress, or how we present ourselves. 70%, nearly 70%, 60 to 70% is our dress or how we present ourselves. We are just seeing. It is a physique look, 70%. The impression. If the impression is 100% by a person, 60 to 70% is the way we look. I repeat, it's the way we look. Fine. Rest 20 to 15 to 20% is what we speak. 15 to 20% is what we speak. And the rest, remaining 10%, how we speak. How we speak. The point is, out of 100, nearly 60 to 70% is our physical look as well as physical appearance. This is the main important point. So we today reiterate on this same point, that is how we should look ourselves better. Now we can once again we can look in the first definition. Grooming or professional grooming, it is a process of making yourself look the part to leave, look at the part to leave a positive impression of yourself in the mind of others. Whoever is in front of you, whoever is looking at you, whoever is having a communication with you, whoever is in front of you, they should feel a positive impression of yourself in their minds. Simple as that. For that, what all things we should think. That is what grooming is. A more simplified definition is coming in the second half. It is the act of maintaining an image. Very important word. It's an act of maintaining, it is the act of maintaining an image that is suitable for the corporate and professional setting. Yes, we are. 99% of people who are in front of me in my session are working professionals. I repeat, working professionals. Working, anybody can work. Anybody can work. See, if we are doing a task and if you are earning something, we can call it as work. So anybody can work. So who is a professional? Who is a professional? There comes the difference. A professional is a very different person. Rather than a worker, a professional is very different. I need to take a separate session on what is a worker and what is a professional. Like somebody in this class, just reiterate those who are, those who are coming to the session every day, or those who are coming to a session without absence. Kindly note this: a worker, an employee, a professional, a leader, a manager, and a manager and the boss. Not I won't call a boss, leader. I'll call it leader. I repeat: a worker, employee, professional, team leader, manager, the big leader. All these things are very different. We use these words interchangeably. We can see a lot of team leaders, but they are not actually professionals. Okay, so I'll take a separate session for that. Anyways, so when we look at the second definition, it is the act of maintaining an image that is suitable for the corporate and professional setting. We need to be in a corporate. If we are in a corporate world, if we are in a professional setting, we need to maintain an image. We cannot behave, we cannot dress, we cannot speak as if we are in our home, if we are in a professional corporate setting. Okay, I'll give an activity for you. Just imagine a situation. We are in a class, we are in a session. Just imagine that I am your boss. I won't say boss. Just imagine that I am your leader, or I am your manager, or I am your facilitator, and this is a meeting. Suppose this is a meeting. I can see nearly 22 people are gathered in this meeting, and I'm talking something. See, you cannot talk to me, or you cannot talk to your facilitator or a manager in a way or in a tone that you are at your home or or with your peers. On that tone, you cannot talk. That is number one. Likewise, you should not dress in such a way that you resembles that you are in a peer group or you are in a home. You are at your home. You should not dress like that. So these are the certain things which we should keep in mind when we are in a meeting, or I'll call it as professional setting. This particular impression that we are giving at the professional setting is called image. So grooming, it is the act of maintaining an image that is suitable for the corporate and professional setting. We should we should maintain an image that is suitable for the corporate and the professional setting. Okay, fine. So we will be going to a discussion. I need everybody's participation for this discussion. Otherwise, I'll be talking, and you'll be listening. No, I need two-way communication for this particular activity. Okay, guys, can you guys see my screen?
Yes. Yes,
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 Perfect.
sir.
yes, sir.
Perfect. So these are some of the areas in which we need to have a look. This is not an exhaustive list, but these are some of the areas which we need to have a look. Okay, so we'll start with the crown, that is the hairstyle. We start with the hairstyle. So I repeat, I need participation. Hairstyle, I'll type it hairstyle, hairstyle. Okay, how we should, we'll talk with men first. No, women first. Always women first. So hairstyle, how we should tie the hair of a woman, or how women's hairstyle, how it should be. Give me points. Number one, give me points. Everybody knows. How many women are there? Yes, very good. Neatly tied up, neat and hygienic. Very good. The hair should be tied up. There are a lot of types of tying up of hairs. It's like bun type, it's like ponytail type, short type, tied high. Exactly, Varsha. Perfect. Tied high. It should be tied high. I'd like to show. I don't know whether you can see this. Uh, if the hair is like this, you should tie here, not here. Here. It should come from here. So it should be tied high. Very good.
And I think it should be banded also with some net or what
Yes.
should we say? It should be tied up.
Yes. Correct. It should be, one second. Oh my God. Yeah. It should be tied up, as well as it should be like, banded. Band, there are a lot of types of bands. Like net band is, if we are using a bun type of hair, bun type of hair, we can use like net kind of band. And if you are using a, like, if you are having a hairstyle of a ponytail is like short hair people, they can have a ponytail type. So for that, net, rather than net, you can use a band type of thing, like circular band. I don't remember the exact name of that circular band type of thing. But one important point I like to reiterate is, preferably use black colored net. Especially if you're using a bun type of hair, preferably use black colored net. And if you're having a ponytail, preferably use black colored band. This is only for black colored hairs. If you're having a blonde color, or if you're having a golden color, you can use it accordingly, according to the color of the hair. Fine. So that's one thing. Then the second point about hairstyle among women is, the hair should be, I won't say straighten or smoothen, but the hair should be evenly trimmed. The hair should be evenly trimmed. It's nothing like here it's too much, here it's too long. No, it should have a uniformity. And if you're cutting your hair, it should be a V shape, or it should be a U shape, or it should be a layer cut. There are a lot of types of cuts, but professionally speaking, the hair should be, it should not come in front of your eyes. The hair should not come in front of your eyes. I know these people, recently people are using styles. You see, people are having different styles of hairs, like, coming in front of eyes. All these things are there. But ideally speaking, when you are in a corporate setting, it's not a modeling session. When you're in a corporate setting, the hair should not come in front of your eyes. And we should not do like this every time, making up your hair. No, That will create a bad impression on the people who are in front of us. Why we are here? Personal branding. We need to create a positive impression for those who are in front of us. Okay, so we should not create negative impressions. Then, if you talk about girls' hairstyle or women hairstyle, another important point is don't ever make your hair too much oily as well as too much dry also. People who are having oily hair, they should use a shampoo and a conditioner. If you are meeting an important person, or if you are able to present something, you guys should use shampoo as well as a conditioner. I have not mentioned any point on this particular slide is because I want you guys to write it or note it. Otherwise, it will be like a spoon feeding thing. Okay, that's why I'm not mentioning anything. And if I lose any point, I request you guys to give me some points. Fine. So people who are having oily hair, they should use a very good shampoo and a conditioner. And I request, if a particular person is using a brand X shampoo, the conditioner should be the same brand. Otherwise, hair will split in the end. Okay, I'm not here to promote any shampoo. Okay, but still, uh, you should check the market, and if the condition is also available for the same brand, then only you can go for that particular shampoo. So what about the other people, those who are having dry hair? They can use mild shampoo and mild conditioner. At the same time, they can use one more thing that is called hair serum. It's called hair serum, and use a very good hair serum. Why we are using all these things? Because when we are in front of a person and when we are presenting something, everything should be intact and everything should be pakka. And we'll start from the hair. We are starting from the hair. Okay, so those who are having the dry hair, they can use a hair serum. And those who are having the oily hair, they can use a, what do you call, shampoo and a good conditioner. Another one. If you have normal, if you have, yeah, if you have your hair color should be, I won't say black every time, but if you have a normal coloration, no problem. But don't ever color your hair in such a way that it is like, mm, I can do what it should look professional, simple as that. If you're coloring your hair, it should be mild. It should be mild. It not in the ends, or like 50% is black color, rather 50% is golden color. No, that will not work in a professional setting. We can see people who, we can see visible hairpins. Yes, exactly. The hairpins also should not be visible. You know that in the sense, I'll tell you. People nowadays, thank you Soju for that point. Nowadays, people are using hairpins in such a way that match with your personality. Yes, that's a very wide comment, but I'll come to that. It's not easy to have grooming sessions. So especially grooming sessions in Zoom, not very easy. Otherwise, I should have shown something. Okay, so people, especially ladies, they are using some butterflies, angel, then Xmas, Santa Claus, all these all these small dolls on the hairs, on their hairs, in their hairpins. We should never use all these things, because people who are speaking to us, they'll be losing their focus and they'll be focusing on hair, your hair clip and all these things. So we should be professional on that. Fine. So that's all about hair. There are a lot of points, but there are a lot of points, but you know what all these things, all these points are, because we need to close a minimum of 10 points, a minimum of 10 points. Okay. So that's about the hairstyle, especially in terms of girls or ladies. And hair should be, it's very simple. Hair should be tied up. It should be clipped, or it should be banded. But it should make sure, you should make sure that every hair is be like is in back of your eyes, or it is combed backwards. Otherwise, it won't work out. Then comes something called, yeah, men's hairstyle. What about men's hairstyle? Same thing. Hair should be trimmed. The hair should be trimmed. And men's hairstyle, I would like to reiterate a point. Yes, we have 2 ears. Hair should not come, or hair should not close your ears. hair should not come in front of your ears. This is in case of men. If hair is coming in front of ears, yes, exactly, Sochu. Not to cover your ear here. If hair is coming or if hair is covering your ears, it should be cut it short. Never ever cover your ear with your hair. We can see lot of film stars. They are in a very corporate setting who are having hair like this, but we are dealing with we are currently dealing with the international standard, and according to international standard we should never ever cover our ear by our hair. Okay, yeah, exactly. Soju, thank you for the points. So the hair, as we said earlier, the hair should not cover your eyes, and it should actually, ideally speaking, it should not come beyond your ear, what do you call, what is eyebrows. It should not come beyond your eyebrows. Hair should not come beyond your eyebrows. So these are about something related to hair or hairstyle, and it should be neatly trimmed. Regarding the hair, it should be neatly trimmed. At the same time, for men only, I would like to iterate one more point: the beard. If you are shaving cleanly, like if you're not keeping a mustache, if you're not keeping a beard, 100% pakka, no problem. And no, small hair, small things, no. It should be cleanly shaved. If you're keeping a beard, it should be set. One beard like this, one beard like this, no. If you're keeping a beard, it should be set, and it should be neatly trimmed and set. If you're keeping a mustache, the mustache, its tail should not come like this. We can see a lot of film stars using that. No, in a corporate setting, tail should not come. So if you're keeping a beard, set it, trim it correctly, and keep it. If you are not keeping it, well and good, no problem. Then comes the makeup part. This part itself is having a lot of things to say, but still, ideally, people wear a little bit of makeup, no problem. But we should ensure that the foundation, as well as, the foundation should match your color tone. We should go to a firm, or we should go to a cosmetic shop and ask the particular beauty consultant which is my color tone. Then only we can take a foundation or whatever the cosmetic it might be. Then only you should take. So the color tone should match. Sorry, the color tone of the foundation should match with your skin color tone. Otherwise, it will be having adverse effects. And I prefer minimal makeup. Minimal makeup. I'm talking about ladies again. It should be minimal. The makeup should be minimal. At the same time, when we comes to lipstick, it should not be bright red colors or bright colors. It should be like slightly pale colors, and no black, no purple, no yellow, no green. No, it should be the natural color of the lips. Can be rose, light rose, pink, kind of a maroon, but don't use it, don't put it very. Yes, it should be lip matching. Correct. It should match your lips. At the same time it should match your color tone also. It should match your face also. So use your lipstick in such a way that you are not using it in a very dark tone or very bright tone. And if you are using a lip gloss, lipstick plus lip gloss will give you a very bright appealing look. But make sure that you are having your small piece of paper or small piece of what do you call tissue paper, and just wipe, like just simply wipe. Otherwise it will have a very bright look. And if you are under a light, or if you're presenting, if you are in a presentation, or if you are if you are in an interview, and if you are looking at a person, it will be having a very bright look. So make sure that it's a little bit in pale color. And if you're using a lip gloss, yes, Soju, correct. I think Soju is went for a grooming session. Very good. So the makeup that you're using should be matched with the lipstick. Makeup can be divided into, like, it's a pale makeup, and another makeup is there. I just forgot the name. One is the pale kind of makeup, and the other is a pancake or something like that. I have not remembering that exact name. Basically two types of makeup is there, or foundation is there, makeup is there. So it should match your makeup also. That's for the ladies. makeup part. Gents makeup, I just said about this one. Beard is a makeup, or beard. If you're using a beard, set it, trim it, it will be good. If you're not using a beard, fair enough, no problem. And preferably for men, you know, if you're having an oily skin, you can have a very good face wash, and you can, if you're using a, yeah, for the gel, yes, okay. If you're using a talcum powder, you should ensure that it is not coming to your hair. Otherwise, you look old. If you are using a talcum powder, and if the talcum powder is coming to your hair, you look old. So if you're using a talcum powder, it should never come to your hair. And yes, rightly said, boys or gents can use gel for their hair. Gel, you can use mild gel, not hard gels. Gels can be divided into three types: mild, medium, mild, normal, and hard. Don't ever use hard gels. Hard gel is like spiking. Don't use that. You can use mild gel. Fine. Or else, thank you very much. Or else you can use a hair cream. But hair cream is having, like, you can use a hair cream, but make sure that that is not oily. It should not look oily. If you're using a hair cream which is having excess oil, especially for people who are having dry hair, I recommend hair cream, because a hair cream is having a little bit of oil content in it. And don't make too much oily, because it will have an adverse effect. Because what will happen, it will again show brightly in the in the light, it will show very brightly. So, oh my goodness, it's like 8:15. Jewelry, simple. I'll use the word that is kiss. Kiss, kiss, kiss. What is kiss? It's not that kiss, it is a abbreviation. Keep it, give me a moment. Sorry. Keep it short and simple. Keep it short and simple. That is kiss. Keep it short and simple. So the jewelry part, the jewelry should be short and simple. Especially ladies, they should not wear hanging earrings, because when we talk, it will hang like this, and people will be looking at like this, and people will be shaking their heads rhythmically. You are saying a lot of things, they won't listen. They'll be looking like this. So we should not, girls, ladies should not wear hanging, hanging earrings. And chain, if you're using a chain, in the sense, yeah, if you're using a chain, it should be, very narrow. You should not use a very thick chain. As gents also, if you're using a chain, it should be very narrow. And if you're using a shirt, that chain should go inside the shirt. It should never come outside your shirt. It should be inside your shirt. So jewelry should be minimal. And gents, if it is religious purposes, no problem. Otherwise, ear piercing should be avoided. Gents, if it is, I repeat, if it is religious, I'm not commenting. But if it is not religious, I prefer zero ear piercing on your ears. And ladies, never ever second stud. Nowadays, I can see people are having 4, 5, 6 studs. Even the ear is in pain. But one stud, fair enough. Never ever second stud. If you're having a second stud, well and good. Just stop it at the second step. If you're removing it, I'll be the happiest person on the earth. So make sure that you're having only one step, which is in the pinna. This is pinna. I'll show pinna. 1 second. This is the pinna. This one. So the stud should be here, not here, not here, not here. And for men, there should not be any ear piercing. Okay, so that's about the jewelry part. And yeah, one more thing, if you're for gents, if you're using a wedding ring, fair enough, no other rings. Only one ring, that is wedding ring. Finish it off. No other rings. And I hope that you guys will be having only one wedding, so there will be only one wedding ring. So only one wedding ring, that's on your left hand or right hand, whatever it may be, but no other rings. Ladies, if you are using wedding ring on one hand, other ring on one hand, no problem. So maximum 2 rings. Maximum it should be 2 rings. One on one hand and the other on the other on the other hand. And Yeah, that's about the jewelry. And for men, I request men should not wear any gold bracelets or something. And if you're wearing a bracelet or bangle, make sure that it is not projecting too much. Only one bracelet, fair enough. No other things. So one ring, maximum one bracelet, finished off. Bracelet or bangle, finish it off. Women, one or two bangles and maximum two rings, finish it off. Simple. Then comes the dress code part. Everybody knows dress code. Neat and dress should be neat and tidy. It should be spot on, spot free. Sorry, spot free. Dress should be neat and tidy. It should be spot free. It should be pressed. What is pressed? Ironed. Dress should be ironed. It should be neat and tidy. It should be pressed, and it should match your suit. If you're wearing a suit, if you're wearing a suit, it should match your suit. Yes, well, SOG, correct. It should be well ironed, well pressed and well ironed. If you're wearing a shirt, it should be well ironed and well pressed. For ladies, if you're wearing a salwar kameez, or if you're wearing a sari, or if you're wearing a shirt, if you're wearing a trouser, whatever dress you're wearing, it should be well ironed. That's the main thing, and it should be spot free. Before wearing a dress, we should look 360-degree. We should look. If you're wearing a white color dress, especially you should look in a 360-degree angle whether this white is having any spots. If it is having spots, don't wear it. Simple. Don't ever wear it. And there are a lot of color codes and all these things that will take in a separate session. Then the most important point, perfumes. You guys are in a place where perfumes are abundant. You can have a lot of perfumes. Never ever use a perfume. This is applicable for gents and ladies. Never ever use a perfume which is very strong. Use mild or medium perfumes, not a strong perfume. I'm not here to brand any names, but still in market we can see a lot of perfumes. Make sure that it is sweet smelling, mild or medium perfume, not a strong smelling perfume. And we can have sport perfumes that is only worn or that is only used at the time when we are in a playground or something. Never ever use sporty or sport perfumes in your office atmosphere or in a professional setting. That will create an awkward impression. And ladies, especially ladies, never ever use very strong perfumes, as well as gents also. Never use strong perfume. It should be mild and it should be professional. Sporty perfumes, a big no. Then comes the shoes, and the perfumes can be divided into two. That is, one the perfume, the other one is a deodorant. If you are using a deodorant, well and good. Perfumes, it is a little more, it projects, the smell projects, but deodorant is a milder version than the perfume. If you're using a deodorant, fair enough, well and good. And we can see a lot of television as well as internet as well as hoarding advertisements using a perfume and getting impression, blah blah blah. No, actually, if you're using a bad perfume, it will create a very bad impression. If you're using a mild perfume, fair enough, no such impression. But if you're using a bad perfume, very bad impression. Fine. So sixth point is the shoes and socks. Okay, give me some inputs. Simple. Socks should not be torn. That's it. Very simple. And shoes and I am taking the seventh and sixth point together. Belt and shoe should be on the same color and preferably, yes, Soju. Belt and shoe should be on the same color and preferably that color should be black. Yes, Nisha, correct. It should match. If you're using a black shoe, it should be a black belt. And if you're using a black shoe with a leather, the belt also should be the same leather. If you're doing that, perfect. If you're using a brown color or a beige color, you should use the beige color belt and a beige color shoe. A black color belt and black color shoe. Same material. Brown color belt and brown color shoe. Never ever beige color belt and black color shoe or the vice versa. No, it is awkward. Okay. I'm talking about the professional setting only. If it is a semi-formal, not if it's a casual wear, no problem. I will take a separate session on casual wear. So, and the socks, no red, no green, no yellow. No, never ever do it. No, nothing should project from the socks. Preferably use the color of the pants or black. That should be the ideal. Preferably use the color of the pant or the trousers. If you're wearing a socks, preferably use the color of the trouser or black if you're wearing a black shoe. If you're wearing a brown shoe, it should be brown or the color of your trouser. Simple as that. That should be the socks. And the socks, the socks should be changed every now and then. Every day we should change the socks because we are working like 9 hours, 10 hours, 11 hours, 12 hours. All the sweats will be absorbed by these socks, and it is inside. Our leg is inside the leather, and we'll have other difficulties also. So please ensure that socks are changed every day, because we tend to forget. That's fine. I'm not here to say that you are not changing the socks. No, but we tend to forget it. Nails, ladies, if you're growing nails, well and good, but not beyond a level. And nail should be in an oval shape. If you're I'm talking about the ladies. If you're growing your nails, it should be oval shape, no pointed shape. We are not Draculas. Dracula will have pointed nails like this, but no, never ever pointed nails like sharp nails. It should be oval shape. And if you are growing your nails, ensure that you are wearing a nail polish. And I repeat, never ever nail polish with white colored ends. I can see people who are wearing red color nail polish, and on top of that, in the end, towards the end, they'll be having a white colored, white colored border also. No. And preferably not use bright colors on your nails also. Maroon is fine. Black sometimes is fine. Then kind of blue is fine. White, I don't recommend white color. So maroon, some reddish or bluish, fair enough. Nothing more than that. And rose, yeah, pink nails also fair enough. Nothing more than that. And don't use artistic, don't use your creativity on your nail polish. So keep it aside. For men, no nail polish, obviously, and the nails should be neatly trimmed. There should not be any black or ash color in your on your nails. It should be neatly pucka trimmed. Nails should be neatly trimmed, and it should be like that. And when you're showing your fingers like this, it should be well trimmed, and it should not have any colors. Okay, so that's about the nails. And the cuticle should also be removed. Cuticles in the sense, I cannot show that. It will be here. Cuticle should also be removed. Then comes the 9th point, teeth. Simple. Brush twice daily. Simple as that. Brush twice daily. Teeth and odor comes in the same picture. Brush twice daily. Then comes the skin part. Simple. For ladies, you can use something called a moisturizer. If you're having a dry skin, it's called a moisturizer. For men also, you can use a moisturizer. Okay, because otherwise what happens is we can have, dry skins. It will come out like powder. When we scratch, or when somebody touches our hands, it will be like a powder. Okay, so if you're having a dry skin, use a moisturizer. If you're having an oily skin, make sure that you are washing with a soap or something and drying it well before going to meet a person. I'll close this session by a quote by Tom Hopkins. You are the greatest asset. Put your time, effort, and money into training, grooming, and encourage your greatest asset. Just look at the yellow words. You, the greatest asset. I repeat, you are the greatest asset. Put your time, effort, and money into training, grooming, and encouraging your greatest asset. That is yourself. That is said by Tom Hopkins. So the first quote is, your personal beauty is a greater recommendation than any letter of reference. The last quote is, you are the greatest asset. Put your time, effort, and money into training, grooming, and encouraging your greatest asset. That is you itself. This series is personal branding, and we finished a topic that is grooming.